Well, okay. Um, I'm resting. I'm resting pretty well. And like I had said in another video, I'm getting older and I need more exercise, you know? So I'll walk around a little bit. So, it's late at night and I have a TV running, whatever. And I can walk. Darn, I can walk. I don't like carrying this heavy computer, but, I can walk. Maybe I can put it somewhere and walk without the computer. Let me try this. Here we go. Up here on this salad mix here. Oh, there's my cup. I like cups. Nice big cups. Let's see. Can I get a wide shot? This doesn't do wide angle, but Jingle Christmas. What is this? Oh, something. What is that? No, let me see here. Oh, that's my brother's. Some of my brother's medicine. Whoa, sitting on the table there. I think that should be hauled in. But anyway, here we go. I guess, let me see if I can lower this on my visage here for a while. There we go. See, I'm free. See, I don't have anything to carry. I am careless. So anyway, I can relax like that. As long as I'm careless and I'm not carrying anything. I'm going to take my clothes off. That would be great. But, I've been following a angelic rule based on, adultery. And I figure, it's true, you never know who's looking. And guess what? The night has 1,000 eyes, or whatever. I don't even know how this is working. But anyway, the night has 1,000 eyes. So yes, I should keep myself covered at all times, even when moving around in my simple little house with the windows open, right? Sure. Keep myself covered at all times, just respectively, right? Very nice, very nice. It's an angelic extension of thou shalt not commit adultery. You wouldn't want to adulterate the eyes of, the innocent. And, what about nature? Aren't there a lot of innocent eyes in nature? And after all, we're wearing clothes all the time. And since we're wearing clothes all the time, we don't want to shock the natural world too much, right? And we don't want to, we don't want to get too familiar with the natural world because they might take advantage of us, So we're wearing clothes, just like civilized people. Why not, And, it's a horrible nightmare when, nature has access to every part of your body and it brings upon, a lot of terrible, terrible dreams for young people and stuff like that. But, we're civilized culture. We at least wear our underwear. So that's good. Underwear, things like that. And see, if you move a little bit, your muscles can pump away the lactic acid. I think it's lactic acid, something like that the muscles create. And there are no pains that are gathering on your muscles. You move around. And so the pains just drift away very easily, just as if you could move, whatever. But anyway. But I kind of get a sympathy for what you're saying. He stood among them, in the locked room, everything was locked. He couldn't operate doorknobs too well in his condition, that sort of thing. He wanted something to eat. They gave him a piece of fish. He was eating fish, Of course, he made an apology before he said he was hungry. So, anyway, he said, peace be with you. And, they had heard that before, so, they're just waiting, whatever it was. So he had a piece of fish. It was great. A piece of fish when you're tired, it can mean a lot to you, and your friends, they might give you a piece of fish, you never know. So anyway, and how did he do it, You say luminous spirit, I don't know how much light was in that room, And so they didn't say, we were blinded by the light or anything. They just said he stood among us for Christ's sake. There he is. And so they said, that's what they said. So of course he sort of, well, for a while he talked, whatever, and he had to argue, I'm a disabled person, touch my hands or whatever. I'm not the same person. I'm a disabled person. So, what could he do, So Thomas, touching his hands and everything. He says, hey, put your fingers in my side, And Thomas, of course, he couldn't do it. He just couldn't do it. His hands were enough. So anyway, he says, oh my God, my, my master, my Lord, my teacher, So anyway, and that's what he said. That's what he said. He told us all. Well, that's the way it is, Don't call anybody teacher. Nobody. You have one teacher. You have one father. You know the names. You know what you can do, And, this little side notes, how many names do we have? Do we have a name Ab, Abhai? Do we have a name Father of Life, Do we have that? I don't know. Do you look up the name? How many times have you called, out to anybody like that? Well, some people have that. They have a Father of Life, They've got that. And, they said, well, detachment, that's what it is. It's all detachment. We don't have to. But what are these detached people doing? They're not doing any more than anybody else. They're just watching. They're observing. Maybe a small amount of observation, when necessary, You have to look, you have to see with somebody, right? Well, why don't you watch it? Just watch it. Don't mind, sometimes you have to, you have to watch. But you can't always, have your eyes open. You can't always have your eyes open. Sometimes, the better part of valor is just to shut your eyes and observe like a blind person, and say, well, someone could, be watching with me, I could be watching like a blind person. I might feel better not watching right now, not this moment, something like that. Something like that could happen. You say, okay, and you just wait, you have to listen, Blind people depend on their ears, So I won't depend on my ears for a moment, Maybe, maybe just watching that wouldn't help too much. I see what my ears are helping me with, It's like an observation, but blind people do it pretty well, so every once in a while you might try it, that sort of thing. Luminous, maybe, who knows? But I have eyelids, When I close my eyes, it's not always dark, Could be brown, could be, red, could be orange, could be any color, could be very dark. I don't know. Depends on how much, how much. Sometimes, if I had, if I had the right makeup, little black, little football player, all that stuff. That would all work. That would all work for me. I could have, a coal mine almost, that'd be fine. But even if you're on the field, sometimes you gotta observe like a blind person, You could be hurt, so be careful. Just be very careful. I don't know, it's a wonderful video, though. I'm not nervous about that. I'm nervous about a million things, I'm sure. But, remember, keep your eyes open. Don't be tremendously nervous, but, just ease up a little bit,